What's going on, Arizona sports fans? Thank you so very much for tuning back in. I really do appreciate it. And in this video, I wanted to talk about the options for the Arizona Cardinals in terms of free agency, cornerbacks that we need to target, or I would love for them to target. There was rumors and speculations that the Denver Broncos were basically going to do a real strong push to get Kyle Fuller. And what ended up happening, they ended up getting Kyle Fuller. It's really unfortunate, but we're just going to move on and see who's still available in free agency for the Arizona Cardinals to pick up. Now, that's what we're going to talk about today. Let's go ahead and roll that intro. Alright guys, welcome back in. Now, like I mentioned in the intro, I wanted to go ahead and specifically focus this video on the DBs that are still available for the Arizona Cardinals to possibly pick up. Now, I know there's a lot of people that would really be interested in getting somebody like Richard Sherman. Now, in my personal opinion, I think he's going to want to get paid pretty decently. In terms of like $8 to $7 million, maybe even $9 million, in my personal opinion. A comp that I can really consider Richard Sherman wanting to get paid like, it's going to be like Patrick Peterson. And if you didn't know this already, Patrick Peterson ended up signing with the Vikings for $10 million, I believe what it was. And I think that might be what Richard Sherman is also looking for. But he's an option out there, but very expensive for the Arizona Cardinals. Now, a couple different options that we can look into going about here. Now, I know there were some rumors and speculations somewhere along the internet saying that the Arizona Cardinals had some interest in getting Adoree Jackson. Now, I really love this option. He's still available. So what that means is we could probably very well get him in a multi-year deal. Even if it's a 2-year deal, we can get him maybe a minimum contract, or even if he wants to just settle for a 1-year deal, we can do something like that. I think it's very, very important to get a cornerback to come in here to play for our defense. Now, if we do decide to go DB in the first round, J.C. Horn, Caleb Farley, Patrick Surtain, let's just say, for example, we live in a world where somebody ends up falling. Now, I still think it's very, very important that we do not make our rookie quarterback considered like the #1 DB on this team. I think it's very, very important that we don't do that. Biggest reason why I want to go ahead and target, Kyle Fuller, but unfortunately he ended up signing with the Broncos. So I think my next best option here, in my personal opinion, is going to be none other than Adoree Jackson. He's still very young. He's 25 years old. He's very, very well viable option to be at number 2. Maybe not a number 1, but definitely a number 2. I really do like what I've seen out of Adoree Jackson. Now, the biggest reason why I really want us to get another DB is because we ended up signing Robert Alford, for another 1-year contract. Now, I know this is going to be like a prove-it deal. We ended up releasing him. Everybody was excited because we have more cap space, but we ended up signing him back in. So, I don't know. I just do not trust Alford. I really don't. I want him to work. So don't get me wrong here. I would love for him to work, especially because he's been in this defensive scheme for 2 years now, but he's been hurt for 2 years. So that's really the unfortunate part of the whole situation. But do I want Alford to work? Absolutely, 100%. But right now, I don't see him as a dependable option, so I would really love for the Arizona Cardinals to go ahead and really consider getting Adoree Jackson. Open up some more cap room. I'm very, very surprised that Steve Keim has not been a little bit more active, especially because we did lose a multi-Pro Bowler player like Patrick Peterson. I know he was digressing, and I know he wasn't doing as good. A lot of fans did not really want to see him back in the 2021 season, but still, I really do think that getting Adoree Jackson would be a number 1 priority. Maybe not him specifically, but getting another DB and bringing another veteran leadership into our locker room. Now, I know a lot of people also want to talk about the idea of possibly trading for J.C. Jackson, which is going to be a DB from the Patriots. Now, a lot of people like this option here. The Patriots ended up putting a 2nd-round tender on him, so if they are going to move on from him, which I don't see happening. I know a lot of people want to, cause speculations. We could do this, we could do that, we can give up that. I don't think they're going to move on from him. I really don't. Gilmore is getting up there in age. I think he's going to be playing for them. But what happens after Gilmore? It's so hard to find a DB that works in this league. So it would be really silly for the Patriots to move on from him, especially for a 2nd-round pick. But nevertheless, they are known for that type of team where somebody gets way too expensive and they ended up shipping him off to another team. Pretty much like Chandler Jones. We got him for a 2nd-round pick. But that's kind of the whole situation. So if we can somehow get this, if we can give them a 2nd-round pick and they would be completely fine with that, obviously I would be cool with it. So it doesn't really put us a lot of pressure into getting a DB in the 1st round. We can get a J.C. Jackson for a 2nd-round pick. and then basically have a lot of wiggle room to see who's going to be the best player available when our 16th overall pick happens. So would I want that option? Yes, I do. Do I think it's a option that's going to happen? I don't. I really, really don't. I don't think that the Patriots are going to move on from him. I know there's a lot of rumors and speculations. I know there's a lot of people doing mocks that they want to get J.C. Jackson. I think in a perfect world, absolutely, but I don't think it's going to happen. So a player that I do want the Arizona Cardinals to target is going to be none other than Adoree Jackson. That would be absolutely amazing to me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, guys. Are you guys willing to give up a second round pick for J.C. Jackson from the Patriots, guys? Let me know everything in the comments below. Don't forget to smash the like button. And if you're new, please consider subscribing to the AZ Sports Fan on YouTube. Thank you so very much for watching, and I am out. Thank you.